this week's episode, we travel to a new state for us to visit a wood chipper. We add another place to our must-stop-at brewery list and discover a bit of history at Fort Abraham Lincoln.
If you need to push it over to the passenger side a little bit, you can. Okay, come about 5 feet and then crank it. Yeah, you're good.
I'm just trying to watch my front here because
you're in the weeds. Yeah, come a little bit further. Okay, good.
Copy that. Let's see where we're at level-wise.
Well, kids, we have made it to North Dakota. So we went to, what was it, Happy Harry's Bottle Shop.
Amazing.
Good on you, Happy Harry's, for having large enough parking to handle a fifth wheel and truck.
They did.
And then even more good on you for having Avery White Rascals.
If I see this on a menu, I will order this.
It's kind of the Western United States version of an Allagash White, which is a wheat beer up in Maine. And it's a good thing we have these because I was on the phone the other day to Joel Kingsbury over at This Is Our Adventure, and we were discussing the fact that we've had tornadoes and broken leaf springs and all of this stuff. And he basically asked me, well, what RV gods have you been toasting to? And it struck me that we have not been doing that.
Shame on us.
I know the perfect RV god that for us to toast to. It's a Nordic god.
Because we're in Viking country.
But there's another reason why he is a Nordic god.
Why is he a Nordic god?
Because his name is Leif.
Oh.
Spring of Sun.
Oh, because we're up here with all the Gundersons and Andersons. And yeah, that's nice.
To Leif Spring of Sun, the RV god of leaf springs and suspension. Well, good morning, kids.
Good morning.
Welcome to Fargo, North Dakota. So, what's the plan for today, Tony Tao?
Gonna go see a wood chipper, because, is that your partner there in the wood chipper?
So what Tony's referring to is at the Fargo Welcome Center, they have the Eager Beaver wood chipper from the film Fargo,
which we watched last night.
And interestingly enough, now that I have a better grasp on geography from traveling so many places,
it's called Fargo.
Yeah, I never realized that the movie Fargo, it doesn't really take place in Fargo. Most of it takes place in Minnesota, in between Brainerd and Minneapolis. And the only North Dakota scene in the whole film is towards the end of it. That's where they catch Jerry Lindegard in Bismarck, North Dakota. So there was no Fargo in it.
Maybe that's where she lived.
No, because Margie had to live in Brainerd because she worked for the Brainerd Police Department.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. Real quick question. So I love Fargo, but I feel like the whole Mike Miata scene was just so far left field. Excuse my language. What was that all about?
It's standard Coen Brothers. There'll just be some character in there that's just a little miniature character study inside of the story.
I love the Fargo accent on an Asian person.
Yeah.
Oh, so you went and married Norm's son of a Gunderson?
Oh, yeah, a long time ago.
Great.
That was a great choice.
But, yeah, okay.
How do you like Tony Tao's shirt? She got a big, bright shirt on today.
I do.
I like it.
Trying to brighten up my life a little bit.
Yeah, we used to joke with Tony Tao that her favorite color was beige. So now she's trying
I used to wear a lot of navy, beige, and gray.
But I like the color. Comment if you like the colorful version of Tony Tao.
There's a little bit of black in there.
All right, we're heading over to Fargo. We'll see you there. We made it to the Fargo Welcome Center. I just love the fact that this town has embraced the whole Fargo movie wood chipper thing.
Yeah.
There's a wood chipper in the parking lot. It's not the actual wood chipper that was used in the movie Fargo.
It's a stunt.
Yeah, they said it was a stunt double.
Stunt double.
But then inside of the visitor center itself, there is the actual wood chipper that was used in the movie, the Eager Beaver wood chipper.
And you're encouraged to take pictures.
Which we did.
Yeah. Honestly, Fargo, well done with your welcome center, your visitor center, because it's really pretty. It's got the Walk of Fame, which I thought was a really cool added little benefit, but the center itself is gorgeous.
And it is dog friendly.
Gracie got to play with the wood chipper too.
Yes, she did. We are at Junkyard Brewing. It's in Moorhead, Minnesota, which is right across the Red River from Fargo. They don't do they don't do flights, unfortunately, so we couldn't do the dealer's choice flight. I wound up with he says, called Racing Stripes. It's an East Coast IPA, and it is a lovely East Coast IPA. It's got that very juicy thing, not overly hoppy thing going on. But your beer is pretty amazing.
It's Cocomondo. It's a coconut cream ale. It's a cream ale, and it's got the hint of coconut, but it's not too coconut.
And it's interesting to find a coconut beer in a cream ale, because you normally find coconut in like a porter or a stout, but to have it in a cream ale, good choice, kids.
While Junkyard did have some good beers, we can't really call it a must-stop brewery because they just didn't do flights. In our opinion, a brewery without flights is just wrong. But we were able to drown that disappointment at our next lovely location.
So we are at Drekker Brewing. We went to the other side of the Red River to Fargo. We both did a flight. I did your standard dealer's choice flight. Tony picked her own. There's a fair amount of dessert beers in her mix.
2 of them are sours.
2 of them are sours?
Yeah.
But these have to be some of the most beautifully colorful beers we've seen in a while. All right, Tony, so start it out. What do you got?
This is the strawberry mellow. It's called Fluff Stuff. Ooh, it's tart, but it's delicious.
Yeah? Okay.
It smells like those strawberry candies that Grandma kept in her purse.
The ones that have the little gooey stuff in the middle? Hold on. Oh yeah, it absolutely does. That's a sour, which I'm usually not a fan of, but that's a damn good sour. So this is the Czech Pilsner. Ton of flavor for a Pilsner.
Yeah?
Right?
Holy crap, yeah.
I don't expect to have that much flavor out of a pill.
That's a really good flavor.
That's a really good Pilsner. All right, what do you got up next?
It's the chunk.
The Chunk.
Blueberry and white chocolate sour.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
It's a gorgeous color. Look at that.
It's just like this beautiful kind of burgundy color.
So you definitely get the blueberry. Mm-hmm. And the white chocolate sweetens it. It's got a great flavor.
It's got almost this milky shake thing going on.
It's the blueberry white chocolate.
Yeah.
2 things I want to say. The brewery, the vibe here is really cool. It's kind of like rock, punk, 80s, tattooy.
They have 2 walls of pinball machines.
Yes.
We rank breweries as we go across the country, and some of them are like must-visit breweries, and sometimes that's because it has a specific beer that's the best style of that beer that we've had. Or sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's that we just don't find a bad beer in the flight, and this is one of those places. So it'll definitely be a must-visit brewery.
Drekker is definitely a must-stop brewery. For a full review of all the beers we had, check out our channel membership for extra content.
So we just happened to have the perfect timing work out. So our friends Curtis and Stephanie, who we met last year while we were wintering in San Diego, pinged us yesterday because we had posted that we were pulling into Fargo, but it just so happened that they were going to be in the same area as we were. They were going to be at a Harvest Host, and they changed it up to meet us at the RV park that we're at for tonight. And I know we've said this in the past, but it really, honest to God, is the truth. This is one of the coolest things about full-time RVing. We are getting to just like hang out with friends that was totally unexpected. We just happened to be in the same part of the country at the same time. Hold on. There's Steph. Steph's coming behind them. My favorite part of full-time RVing right here. Oh my goodness, there's hugs happening, Gracie. Oh my goodness.
Do you know who that is? Curtis.
It's Curtis. Go say hi. Dude, it's so good to see you. Come here, man. It's so good to see you guys. I'm so glad this worked out.
Hi.
Hello. So we're not gonna get to see you next week, and
No, you'll still see us.
Good morning, Tony Tao.
Morning.
You know what the word of the day is? Straight, followed by flat. And why is that, Tony Tao?
Because we're in North Dakota.
We are traveling in North Dakota from Fargo to Bismarck. And much like its southern neighbor, South Dakota, the middle of this state is kind of flat.
And straight.
And very straight. Well, we have made it to Bismarck, North Dakota, our current place of residence for the next 3 days.
Yep.
It was a very uneventful travel day.
Yay.
Nice smooth drive in, even though we were supposed to have thunderstorms and rain. The skies cleared and it was a lovely drive. And I am chalking that up to the fact that we started sacrificing to the RV gods again.
Yeah, okay.
So we are going to sacrifice an Avery White Rascal to Andersinus levelus, because we had to use the Anderson levelers to level us out here, and they work just brilliantly.
They worked perfect.
So Andersinus levelus, the god of the Anderson levelers, cheers.
Warm beer's not my thing.
It could be colder. I blame you for not putting them in the fridge before we started traveling.
Oh, I didn't know we were gonna toast.
Well, yeah, it's been uneventful travel, so
Yeah.
we're keeping this up.
Okay.
Welcome to Bismarck, North Dakota.
Haven't done much.
We haven't done much because it's been rain again on us. We had thunderstorms night before last that were just crazy. I have never seen that much lightning going off in my entire life. It was just like flash, 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 flash. Here's some video I shot out the bedroom window of the Brinkley. Well, it's about 1:30 in the morning, and do we ever have thunderstorms coming through here? And I can hear the hail hitting the roof. It's the sound of that hail that I don't like. But there's just tons and tons and tons of lightning right now. It's just flash, flash, flash. Hopefully it just blows through. Tony Tao is not a fan of thunder and lightning. Come here. Come here, ma'am. I know. You don't like the thunder either. The thunder and lightning don't bother me. It's that sound of hail hitting the roof that bothers me.
You looked outside to see how big it was?
I can't see because we just got that bush right there, and I don't want to walk out and get pelted in the head with hail. So I looked on the radar. It looked like most of the big stuff was south of us or north of us. It's kind of splitting. I know, ma'am. I know. You're done nervous too. It's hard to tell inside of an RV because everything sounds is just, all the sounds are magnified when stuff hits the roof. We've been in pea-size hail before and haven't had it, hurt anything, so. All right, have a dog. Oh, and she found there's one of her peanut butter snacks in there. First off, then, what state park are we at?
Fort Abraham Lincoln State Park.
And it's just south of Bismarck. There are both primitive sites and what they call modern sites. We have a modern site, so it has 50 amp and water. There is no sewer hookups, but there is a dump station. This site is flipping huge. There is some stuff here at Fort Abraham Lincoln. That's going to be our first thing this morning, is to check those things out. So, all right, anything else you want to add?
This park, like I said, state parks, man. Woo!
Yeah, we've had some pretty good success with state parks this year.
Except for the weather.
Except for the weather. Yeah, we just, for some reason, are weather magnets this year. The weather's just following us.
People, don't invite us somewhere. We're going to bring bad weather with you.
We're just going to bring thunderstorms with us. All right, let's go explore Fort Abraham Lincoln State Park. So we came up to the infantry post here, and yeah, they kind of put this right at the perfect place. It's the highest little hill around here. There's 3 blockhouses that you can basically see anybody that's approaching this area from any direction. Behind us, that's the Missouri River down there, and just that way is where the confluence of the Missouri and the Heart River happen.
And then just that way is, you can see Bismarck.
You can see the one skyscraper that is the capital of North Dakota. They've also got parts of this area up here where they kind of are showing you where all of the other outbuildings used to be. There was a scout's quarters, kitchen, things
hospital.
like that. They've shown it by placing like little cornerstones of brick around the perimeter of where the building would have been, because the buildings aren't there anymore.
Good way to show the history, but you definitely understand why they built it here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can see anybody approaching from the river, from any side. You could see somebody approaching.
Yeah.
Just be careful when you go in the blockhouses, as Tony Tao found out, because there's a lot of birds nesting in the blockhouses. So as soon as she walked in, it was like a scene from the birds. They all just came after. Unfortunately, she wasn't rolling.
It's a good thing I wasn't rolling.
No, it would have been better if you were rolling, because we could have heard you scream and run out. We came down to the Mandan village.
It's called Slant Village.
It was named that because it was built on the slant of a hill. So the Mandan tribe was actually gone by the time Lewis and Clark had come through here and found this village. They were one of the few plains tribes that weren't very nomadic. They kind of stayed in place and were more agricultural, which explains these earth lodges that they built. And there's an example of some houses, and also the one that we're in right now is like a communal lodge. So this is the big like meeting lodge. It's a little wet and muddy on the ground. It's much, much bigger. It's probably twice the size.
It doesn't look like it from the outside. The outside, it looks almost the same size as everything else, but then you get in here and it's huge.
You said you had something vibes earlier?
Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, definitely Dances with Wolves vibes. And they all have a center hearth for a fire. And then directly above that center hearth is a flue for the smoke to leave.
It's interesting to see how it's constructed too. You've got 4 big beams that's holding the square beams, and so logs are laid up against it. And then more logs down at the bottom. It's just fascinating to see how it's built, constructed. Even though I'm under a mound of dirt, I don't feel like I'm in any risk of it falling in or anything like that.
Right. And I would imagine that the whole reason for the mound of dirt is climate control. It would keep it cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. Yeah, this is kind of super cool.
Super cool.
All of the buildings and the Mandan village were built in the 1930s by the Civilian Conservation Corps. This statue pays homage to those that worked on the project. They also built this stone museum that's laid out in 3 separate sections. The first section shows the everyday life of the Mandan people. It has a large collection of artifacts as well as tools that they used, and examples of their native dress. When this village was discovered by Lewis and Clark, it had been abandoned. A smallpox outbreak in 1871 had decimated their population. This forced Mandan to abandon the village and move north to areas along the Knife River. The next section of the museum shows the area from the perspective of the U.S. Army. Fort Abraham Lincoln was home to the 7th Cavalry, and there's artifacts from their occupation as well. And yes, it's the same 7th Cavalry that rode from the fort to their fateful battle at Little Bighorn. The last section of the museum is dedicated to the Civilian Conservation Corps. There's many images of them building the structures around the park, including the earth lodges. The lodge construction was directed by Scattered Corn, a female Mandan priest who was taught at 12 years old how to build these structures. All right, kids, so a little change of plans. So I had suggested earlier that we go to the Alien Grill and Bar place. Tony Tal looked it up and said, you know,
Turn right.
That's not kind of our place.
it kind of looks like, she said, you know what, it kind of looks like Chuck, shut up. She said, you know what, it kind of looks like a Chuck E. Cheese.
It's got a bunch of games for kids to play and aliens, and it just kind of felt very, this is for what families do in the dead of winter when they have nothing else to do and they need to get out of the house. They take their kids to this place and drink while their kids play games.
So she found this place called Thomas and Moriarti's.
They do charcuterie boards, big charcuterie boards. So that just looked so much more interesting than bar food at an alien place with a bunch of video games.
I mean, craft cocktails and a charcuterie board
Right?
sounds brilliant to me.
They're craft cocktails. They have different menus like martinis, and they're saying they serve old-fashioned cocktails, which I like good old-fashioned cocktails. Anyway, we're heading out of the park for dinner.
Over to Mandan.
Over to Mandan.
Slide on in, kid. Right to the bar. So just the cocktail menu itself
So cute.
is totally our vibe. They have a whole special thing of just gin and tonics. And most importantly, we were just informed that it is Whiskey Wednesday. So old fashions are $5. So I'm straight up going old fashioned. What did you order?
Lemon drop martini.
Lemon drop martini, right on. Ooh, the sound, the calling of your people, Tony Tao.
That looks pretty, thank you.
These look lovely. That is such a good old fashioned.
That's a proper martini.
We have brie cheese, rosette de Leon, which is going to be a salami-based meat. It's going to be a berry jalapeno jam.
Oh.
And this is going to be a little bit of our bacon jam.
We're gonna get our jam on.
Get your jam.
You can heat it up
Right? Over the fire.
over the flame.
Thomas and Moriarti's really was a hidden gem, and certainly not something we expected to find in Mandan, North Dakota. With an opulent 20th century decor, it was a bit of an Art Deco playground. It had just the right amount of kitsch, a Sherlock Holmes that looked like a Nick, and a throw pillow collection that was equal parts classy and comedic. If you're in the Bismarck area, make sure to swing by and have the best old-fashioned we found so far.